Well, hi there, and welcome to Love Magic, a free mini class here from AllieThies.com. So, what is magic? That's what I want to start with because there's a lot of misconceptions that magic from Harry Potter or magic from Charmed really is the way magic goes. And God, I wish that was true. Because I would be about 5'11" with a killer body, tons of money, and be sleeping with Harrison Ford. But let me tell you, none of that's going to happen because magic does not work that way. It's not an instant fix. Magic like Harry Potter and Charm doesn't really exist. What it is, though, what magic is a leg up on a situation. It gives you an in. It gives you an edge on a person, place, or thing, whatever you're trying to help sway in your direction. Magic usually isn't instant. It can take maybe an hour to start getting kicked in gear, or it can take up to 60 days. It does not go poof and happen, okay? And the most important thing, the most important ingredient in magical intentions is the person who wants the magical intention in the first place, which is usually you. Right? Does that make sense? So why hire somebody else to do the magical intention if it's you who wants it done? If you're the most important person, if you're the one who wants it done, there's no need to waste your money and hire somebody else to do it when you're the most important ingredient. You should do your own magical intentions. It's just that simple. And in the background, you might hear my magical intentions. If you know anything about me, I've got a bunch of cats. And interesting enough, this black cat who's meowing, little black kitty, has been very quiet. And I started doing this, and now he can't stop meowing. So if you hear him in the background, that's just him. So there is a preparation behind magic. You know, you can't just grab a candle, some oil, and say poof. You really need to prepare, okay? A few ideas or a few suggestions for you for preparation is you want to limit caffeine and alcohol about an hour before you start getting ready for magic. Wherever you're going to do the magic, get rid of the clutter. You don't want a messy spot. You know, the chi, the energy, has a hard time moving about in a cluttered mess, and dusty and smelly. Ugh, so clean. Speaking of clean, how about you take a shower? You know, you need to be clean too. And you want to eat healthy. You don't have to be a vegetarian, eat all fruits and vegetables. But, you know, you don't want to consume a bunch of Cheetos and wash it down with a Coke either. Okay? Be smart. Eat healthy before you do magic. Weather permitting, open up a window. Believe it or not, when the smoke's going and the words are going and the magical intent is going, with the window open, it helps to let magical intent out and let it go up to the universe and get going to where it needs to go. Turn off all electronic devices. There is no cell phone, no computer, none of that stuff. No Xbox, nothing going on in the background, nothing that can interfere. And faith. You have to have faith before, during, and after a magical casting. You have to have faith that yes, this is something that's going to work. The best time to do magic for a brand new relationship or hunting for a soulmate is under the new moon. The best time to do magic to strengthen or heal a relationship is under a full moon. Now, this is one of the incense I had in my Gypsy Magic for the Lover Soul book. This is Soulmate Dreams. If you want to dream about your soulmate, mix this together, and the best time to do it is when the moon is waxing, which is in between the new and the full moon, or a full moon. And you want to put together 2 teaspoons of sandalwood, 1 teaspoon cinquefoil, I can never say that word, 1 teaspoon lavender, and a half a teaspoon of orias root. If you don't have orias root, if you can't find it, powdered sugar is a great substitute. And you want to make sure each of those ingredients are ground really fine, a nice powder, and mix it all together and put it on top of what's called a spell charcoal to burn. Not charcoal that you would put into, a grill, but charcoal that you can buy at a New Age store. That's the type of charcoal you're looking for. Now, this is a good oil to attract love. You want to create this oil when the moon is new, waxing, or full. Now, for supplies, you need an 1/8 cup of base oil, and base oil can be olive, almond, jojoba, vegetable, although my favorite out of all that would be either almond or jojoba. 7 drops of rosemary oil, 5 drops of Paul's marrow oil, 3 drops of lavender, a teaspoon of orris root powdered, a tiny rose quartz, and a sterilized glass jar with lid. And it can be a little vial, it doesn't have to be a jar with lid. And you want to pour the base oil in first, put in the 7 drops of rosemary, and then take the glass jar and swirl the oil around to mix it. Then the 5 drops of Paul's Maris, and I said it wrong again, put that in and then swirl it. See how I'm doing? You don't actually stick a spoon in there. You got to swirl. And you want to put the tiny rose quartz in because it gives the oil an extra boost. Okay? And you can, when you use this oil, when you're done with it, you can use the same tiny rose quartz again for the next attracting love oil you make. Okay? Oh, and when you make an oil, you want to, after you put a lid on it, store it someplace where it's cool and dark. You do not want to put it in the bathroom. The bathroom is the worst place you can ever put an oil mixture. You can anoint yourself with a few drops on the neck, the wrists, and the ankles. You can anoint candles with this oil. Anoint some stones or crystals. You can place a few drops on a cotton ball or a handkerchief and inhale when you need it. Nice aromatherapy. Add 6 to 10 drops in your bath water. That way the attracting love oil soaks into your skin. So maybe you're going to go out and about with the guys or the gals and you want to attract a new love. And you can also place a couple drops of this in a diffuser and inhale it in. To encourage a marriage proposal. This is for a sachet. A sachet's a nice little, pocket of herbs and crystals that you carry around with you. Or some people like to leave it in their dresser drawer, but I recommend carrying it with you. You want to create this sachet when the moon is new, waxing, or full. You need 3 teaspoons of apple flowers, 3 tablespoons apple flowers, 2 tablespoons of rice root, 2 Adam and Eve roots, a lucky hand, and that's a root, not an actual hand, a ceradox, which is a stone. You want to put this all in a non-metal bowl. It can be glass or maybe ceramic, a pink or red pouch or cloth, and if you use a cloth, you want to use a thread or ribbon to close that cloth. Put each ingredient in one by one, and either close the sachet shut if it's drawstring, or if you're using a thread or ribbon, tie it all up so it's nice and neat. When you're ready to use it, you want to gently like massage the sachet, kind of like gently squeeze the herbs in there, and it releases the magical essence of those herbs and the stone. And then you want to carry it with you. Herbs like this, a sachet is good for 3 months. After the 3 months, you need to discard the herbs and make a brand new one. You can use the same cloth, you can use that same stone. You just need to put different fresh herbs in there. Okay? Now, hot and cold. I get this a lot from people. They have individuals who are on a 1 minute and off the next, and it drives you crazy when someone comes on you hot and cold. So this is a real easy spell. You need a non-metal fireproof bowl, a picture of the hot and cold person. If you don't have that picture, then write their name, their date of birth if you know it, or their age if you know that instead, and physical characteristics in red ink on a piece of paper. You want a small glass of water and a match or a lighter. In the fireproof bowl, place the picture. Light the picture, or of course if you wrote everything down on the piece of paper, put the piece of paper in. As that picture or paper burns, recite, "The attention you pay towards me when it's convenient for you turns to ashes, dust to dust." Now once the picture burns about halfway, pour the water over it as you recite. "I quell your ability to turn away from me and run when it is convenient for you." Then you want to sit quiet for a minute and imagine a nice peace between the two of you where there is stability and no more hot and cold drama. Use your imagination. We all have great, vivid imagination. Just imagine you two getting along in a nice, stable environment. Thank whatever powers that be, whomever you talk to, whomever you like to communicate with, and thank them for their help in the matter. And you want to bury the contents of the bowl if possible. If not, then you can throw the contents away. But if you can take the burnt ashes and the burnt watery ashes actually by now and bury it in the dirt, that would be fantastic. It's always nice to return things back to the earth. Now, if you want to learn more about Love Magic, this is my first webinar ever about Love Magic. Me and you, we're talking. I'm going to teach easy magical techniques to attract or strengthen love, discover your soulmate, and more. Plus, I'll teach you what oils, herbs, and stones to use, as well as the ins and outs of what days, moon phases, and astrological signs to cast magic on, and those to avoid. And I'll also teach you how to write your own magical intention or spell. And after the webinar is over, at any time you can send that particular magical intent to me, and I'll take a look over, see how it is, see what ingredients you're using, see how it's written, and if needed, give you suggestions. And if not, then I'll tell you, hey, great job. And of course, during the webinar, there is live Q&A. As I said here, you can email your spell to me after you're done. The cost for an hour class and my critique is only $25. You're not going to have to take notes during the webinar. A recording will be sent to you. This is for Wednesday, February 22nd, 2012. The time is 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're online. And the URL will be sent to you after your registration. There's a little link right there at the bottom of this page. Click here to register and you receive your login instructions. $25. You know, how much do spellcasters cost? A hell of a lot more than $25. Let me tell you. So save yourself a lot of money and give yourself peace of mind and learn how to do magical intentions all on your own. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by, for taking a look at this little mini class on Love Magic. I hope you have found some items of use to you. And stay tuned for the next time I put one up. Thanks for stopping by AllieThieves.com, and you have yourself a great day. Thank you. Bye.